Today I'm going to go through how I'm training for a 3:30 marathon. So every week I do 5 strength training sessions per week and 5 runs. Monday is typically a push day for me. Even though I'm training for a marathon, I still prioritize my strength training. I will always be a weightlifter first and a runner second. This is mostly just an experiment for me to see if I can do both at the same time. One of my goals during this challenge is to see if I can increase my bench press as well. On Monday, I typically do 2 workouts, strength training in the afternoon, and then a run in the evening. This run is a base workout, typically at a moderate pace for roughly 30 to 40 minutes. Tuesday is my lower body squat focus day. This will be my only workout for the day. I won't run on days that I do lower body, so then my legs have a little bit more recovery time. My main goals on Tuesday are just to maintain my current strength in my lower body. I'll take this workout really slow and I'll really listen to my body while I'm working through these movements. The last thing I want is to injure myself, but I also want to see if I can maintain all my strength. I'll adjust the weight based off how my legs feel. If I'm feeling pretty good, I'll keep the weight pretty heavy, but if I'm feeling more fatigued or more sore than usual, I'll adjust that weight a lot lower. And I won't ever go to failure either because I'm trying to minimize how sore I am and how fatigued I get. Wednesday will be another strength training and run combo day. Usually on these days, I always do upper body and then run after. The strength training workout on this day will be a pull-focused workout. My back is one of the strongest parts of my body, so I typically only do pull once a week while I do a push 2 times a week. For all my strength training workouts, I'll always leave 2 reps in reserve just to manage my fatigue and recovery better. For my run on this day, I'll usually alternate between a VO2 max workout and a tempo workout. Every week, I'll also make sure that at least one of my 5 workouts is outdoors as well. I prefer running on the treadmill just because I can watch TV or a movie or anything that keeps me entertained, but the outdoor workouts help with building the strength that I need in my joints and my ligaments. Thursday is my second lower body day with the main focus being deadlift. My rep range is typically between 6 to 12 reps. If I go too heavy or if my training volume is too high, my risk for injury goes up as well. 6 to 12 reps is a safe rep range where I can get all the strength training benefits with the least amount of fatigue. Friday will be another strength training run combo day with the main focus being push. You're probably wondering by now, why am I doing so many strength workouts? Well, my goal is to either maintain or even increase my strength. So that means I have to continue to do what I already was doing before I started my marathon training. And that's what my training split looked like before. For my run this day, I'll do another base run, just like Monday, typically around 30 to 40 minutes. I also want to mention that all my running paces and durations are based off what my Garmin recommends. It'll adjust every week based off how much training volume I do and how well my body recovers every week. Saturday is my longest run for the week. This will be my only workout. Currently, I'm up to 7.75 miles. The distance for my long run each week will either go up a little bit or stay the same each week. Sunday will be my last run of the week and my slowest and my shortest run. This is a recovery run that will help manage that fatigue and help reduce some of that soreness. Let's recap. Monday, upper body push and base run. Tuesday, lower body squat focused. Wednesday, upper body pull and either a VO2 max or tempo run. Thursday, lower body deadlift focused. Friday, upper body push and a base run. Saturday, long run, and Sunday, recovery run. That's all 7 days. This training split will get me 5 strength training workouts per week, about 1 hour each. 5 runs per week with roughly 20 to 25 miles per week, but that will slowly go up for a total of 10 workouts per week. When you're doing this much training volume, you have to be good at your recovery. Every night I'm going to sleep at least 7 to 9 hours, really trying to push that 9-hour mark. Sleep is one of the most important things that can impact your recovery. So make sure you're going to bed on time and getting a full night's of rest. I'll also have to really dial in my nutrition for this prep because my body will need quality nutrition and a lot of calories. Right now, I'm probably around 2,000 to 2,500 calories per day, but that will slowly increase as my weekly volume goes up. My current macros are around 30% protein, 20% fat, and the remainder in carbs. And I'll be keeping up on my hydration as well. I'm drinking right around a gallon per day. This was me meal prepping earlier this week. I'll also be adding different recovery tools in my routine as well. This week I focused on using the sauna a lot. Recovery tools will never replace sleep and nutrition, but they can help manage fatigue and soreness. If you have access to them, I would definitely recommend using recovery tools in your regular routine. Luckily for me, the gym I work at has a sauna, so I usually use it after my workout. The heat helps promote better circulation in your body, which helps with recovery. And if you have any stiff muscles, it will help loosen those up too. I also find though it's just relaxing to sit here and literally do nothing but sweat. If you guys are running outside, make sure you're doing it safely. The last thing you want is to be training and get hurt. So, if you have to run by a road, go to trails if you can, but if you have to run by a road, run against the traffic so you can see the traffic coming at you and you can get out of the way. Always assume they can't see you. It's your responsibility to move. Yes, cars are supposed to get out of our way, but it's not worth putting your life in someone else's hands. So you need to make sure that you're out of the way of that car. Second, run during the day. Yes, it's cool to run at night, but your chance of hurting yourself goes up. One, people can't see you. Also, you could trip and fall. That's not gonna be so fun. And thirdly, if you can, wear some sort of reflective material. I say that as I'm literally wearing the color black. But on my running pack and my shoes, I got that reflective material so the light bounces back off of it to help so people can see me just a little bit better. If you're gonna train hard, train smart too. So now you guys know what my training split looks like every week. That doesn't mean your training split has to look like that too. I am training for a very specific goal, so my training has to be very specific. If you're watching this video and you're just getting started, just do a couple runs per week. 3 to 5 runs could get you enough training in to complete a marathon. But I would also recommend doing strength training too. Doing it together is the best option. So, 3 to 5 runs per week, 2 to 4 strength training sessions per week. That'd be great. You could alternate run, strength, run, strength, run. If you follow that, I guaranteed that'll build you up enough strength and endurance to complete a marathon. The hardest part of this entire program isn't my long run. It isn't the nutrition. It isn't even doing 2 workouts a day. It's putting those shoes on and making a commitment and sticking with it. One of the biggest things I hear as a coach is I don't have time. But I want you to think back on anything great you've ever done in your life. And I want you to think if everything was going perfectly in your life for you to achieve that. I'm sure the answer was probably no. So I'm going to ask you right now, what are you waiting for? Your goals are supposed to feel scary, be hard, and feel uncomfortable. That's because that's where the growth comes from. You might not even believe the goal you set for yourself right now, you might not be able to achieve, but I guarantee if you take action on that goal, the confidence will come. Okay guys, just finished my second week of training, so I'm gonna go through my second check-in. We are on week 2 now. Average weight for this week was 163.9, which is about half a pound less than last week. My mileage went down this week as well because I did not do very good on my recovery. My sleep was really crappy, so I went from 27.7 to 20.8 miles for this week. My longest run was 6.43, a little bit less than last week. My VO2 max went up 1 point from 50 to 51. My resting heart rate stayed the same at 55. My race predictor stayed the same at 4 hours and 11 minutes. My recovery went from a 9 to an 8. I need to really prioritize my sleep going into this next week. And my confidence getting a 3:30 marathon time is still right around a 2. My biggest takeaway from this week is I need to make sure I'm getting my full nights of rest. We had a lot of storms this week, and I went to bed really late this week, so I did not do a very good job of getting my sleep in. So going into this next week, I'm gonna make sure I get a full night's of rest every night so my body is prepared for that training. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, or comment, and come back for next week for week number 3.